How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to my FIFA 17 Fulham career mode. This is episode 23 now, and in the last episode we beat Chelsea, and it was totally my bad, but I completely forgot that, London, Fulham, Chelsea, literally right next door to each other, massive city rivals, capital city rivals, and I completely deaded the whole thing. So I apologise for that. That was totally my bad, but at the end of the day we won, so hey, I thought, why does it matter? And we're going to start today's episode. We're going to jump straight into our next game in the Premier League. We have a match here against Sunderland. This is the starting lineup, pretty standard. Lansbury and Aite, of course, both out injured. Iheanacho on the bench. Aluko gets the start. We're at the Stadium of Light. Let's jump into it. Here we are there. Sunderland, Fulham, #SunFull. We're live from the Stadium of Light, looking to capitalise on some good performances in recent weeks. Not a bad start to the Premier League season, if I do say so myself. There is the league table. We're currently sat at 8th. We've won 2 out of 3. We lost that one, unfortunately, against Burnley, I believe it was, and then we defeated West Ham and Chelsea. So a surprising start, really, to the season, but it couldn't have gotten much better, really. I'd have liked to have picked up some points against Burnley, but it was what it was. We should be capable here against Sunderland, not doing too bad themselves. We're going to take a look at the Sunderland lineup. It's a debut for number 28, Haller. He is signed from, is that Utrecht? I'm not too sure. Maybe. So that's their latest signing. Let's have a quick look in the rest of the lineup. Let's see if anyone else has joined Sunderland recently. And here we go then. This is the Sunderland lineup. So Jordan Pickford in goal. He is a solid player. Dilabodji I'm actually a bit of a fan of, and of course Van Aanholt there in defence. John O'Shea, Sebastian Larsson. It's quite surprising. Jermaine Defoe is on the bench. That could be huge for us. That means I did actually look at who they've got playing up front. So there you go. But it looks like, oh, it's that Haller guy who they've just signed. So it looks like Defoe's out of the team. And it's Paddy McNair. It's Barini with it. Still Barini. Played into someone, and it's actually hit the post there, and that's come out, and we'll take that one away. A little bit shaky start here. Kearney's got Aluko in the box, but he's down and sat offside, and there wasn't a lot of options I could do with that, and they'll just boot that out for a throw. There's going to be a yellow card here. Who's that for then? That's going to be for Cabana. I think it was an early foul on that little diss I did here, but referee played advantage. Yeah, just tripped him up there. Good interception by Benuel. And our new signing right back is the last kick of the half. So a little bit of a disappointing first half performance there. A bit of a dead game, really. No real opportunities. The only one coming from Sunderland, and it wasn't Haller, but an opportunity from Sunderland, and they ended up hitting the post, and we were able to defend with it. That was all the action, really, from the first half. It's Sunderland 0, Fulham 0. Watford are also playing Stoke City in another match taking place today. Let's try and improve our performance and give something here to shout about. Talk about the Stadium of Light, more like the Stadium of Darkness at the moment. Not a lot going on, really. Donald, that's kind of poor. Van Aanholt. Well, he's conceded a foul there. I think was that my foul? I'm actually going to get booked for that as well. That's a little bit strange, a little bit unfortunate to receive a yellow card there. I don't think that was a yellow-worthy challenge at all. And we've picked up 2 bookings in this game, and for me, we've been quite clean throughout the past season and a half. Well, season and a little bit, as McNair gets a good effort away. Donnarumma has to make the save. We've been clean, particularly last season. Not many bookings at all. I think we did get 1 red card, which I think was McDonald, but other than that, no real bookings at all. And in this match, we've picked up 2 yellows. One of them was a definite yellow. The other one a little bit silly. There's pressure here from Sunderland. We do need to get this away. It's Haller who eventually takes the shot, and Donnarumma is able to punch that one away. We don't want to be dropping any points though. You know how tough it is in the Premier League, and as that ball does go out of play, it's time to make some substitutions. I think I'm going to go for all 3 at once. I'm going to bring Saka on for Sobi, who's looking tired. I'll bring Johansson on for Jozabed, who's just been ineffective. Luko, to be honest, hasn't done a lot. So we're going to go for a small, pacey player for a big, strong in the likes of Iheanacho. Let's hope we can feed him something. Johansson should be able to do that. This is the position we want to be in now with Artur Bunau. But look, he just can't get any space. And Van Aanholt, easy as you like for him. can get this now forward with Johansson into the substitute of Iheanacho. Where can he go? Back to Johansson. A good little 1-2 play there. Johansson is able to get a shot away. And he's just got under it a little too much. A little bit too much power on it. And it's over the bar for a Sunderland goal kick. I think that's really our first shot at the goal and our only real effort we've had in this half. It was a good build-up play, but there was no end product to it. But McDonald has it here, and so does Johansson, and he feeds it back to McDonald, and we've got a second shot away, but it was poor, really. Comfortable save for the goalkeeper. For anything there isn't, and it's going to finish 0-0 here. So a pretty boring game, to be honest. No real opportunities, none in the first half, apart from one for Sunderland who hit the post. We had a few opportunities at the end there in the second half. One flying over the bar, and the second an easy save for the goalkeeper. No goals, no action here at the Stadium of Lion. It's finished Sunderland 0, Fulham 0. So then just checking at the stats as Watford and Stoke City kick off later in the day. We had 2 shots and only one of them was on target. And those were the 2 shots you saw maybe at the end there inside those final 10 minutes of the game. But a valuable point in the Premier League. Goes a long way in this league. Certainly against teams like Sunderland. Don't want to be giving them 3 points ahead of us in, teams who will probably be in the relegation and low end battles with us this season, as Donnarumma ranks up to an 80 rated. Okay, we've got a game here against Tottenham. And then a couple of days later, you recall that we drew Arsenal in the next round of the League Cup, and that's who we've got next. So in terms of teams, obviously Cup is a good target for us this season, but also we need to pick up points in the league. I really wasn't impressed with this team, to be quite honest. So I'm going to give Iheanacho a start, and also Johansson in for Jozefeld. I'm also going to bring Parker into the team for McDonald. They all seemed ineffective. The defence were very solid. Kenny and Sobey are our only real options in that defence, with our 2 injuries still out there. So a couple of changes for the team, and also looking to rest a few players for the game against Tottenham. But we are at home as our latest London visitors arrive to us. Another biggish derby game. Obviously not as big as the Chelsea one, but we beat Chelsea, and that should mean we can beat Tottenham as long as we don't get a penalty and Iheanacho doesn't hit them like that. So quite a close game there. Spurs also on 7 points along with us. 2 wins, a draw and a loss. Just slightly better goal difference, which is keeping them ahead of us so far. We are also the best defensive team, only 2 conceded. Spurs down there in 3rd, so again, don't get too excited for too many goals this season, but it is thanks to that man there in the net having a great season for us. And there we are. I'm just waiting for the Tottenham lineups to see what team they are going with. Here, of course, is our lineup, and the changes up front there for Iheanacho and Johansson. Of course, captain Sigurdsson, rock solid in defence there. The substitutes are as follow. And then for Tottenham Hotspur, there is the man Dele Alli, stood next to Son, who is a danger on FIFA, a very good player himself. Of course, they're the man behind it all, Mr. Pochettino, a solid manager in my opinion. Vorm starts in goal there. I think Lloris left the club. There's no real... Oh no, Lloris is on the bench. So is Walker, so is Lamella, so is Thorgan Hazard. That's a huge bench for Tottenham. Maybe they've got a tough game coming up as well in the Cup. We'll take a look at the Cup fixtures next before we go on and play it. But they appear to have rested a few players here. I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know if that's a little bit disrespectful to us. They're not taking us seriously. But also, in a way, could hopefully help us a little bit. They've still got solid players on the pitch, like Dele Alli there, of course. And Vorm, Vorm's a good goalkeeper. I'd prefer him over Lloris, of course, to be shooting at. We've got more opportunities to score as Sissoko takes the early effort. At the back post, Ream is there. It's all over the place, and it's ended up in the back of the net. And Tottenham take the lead through, I think it was Raul. It was Dele Alli, I do believe, actually. There you go. It was, of course, Dele Alli, the man himself, putting that one away. It was a bit of a mess here. There's a good ball in the back post. Ream was away. It was a header back in that was deflected. It just fell to Dele Alli. No real chance. Donnarumma probably should have done a lot better with that one, but a little bit unfortunate there. Ali has scored. That's his second goal in the Premier League this season so far, 5 games in. And Spurs have taken the lead. It's 1-0 here. Given away is Dele Alli. Son is there. Good save, Donnarumma, and cleared away for half-time. So again, not the best of performances, but a tough game so far here against Tottenham. They were able to take the lead early on through Dele Alli, and that is how the half finished. Half-time here then, it's Fulham 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Into the second half we go then. Of course, we got the game against Arsenal coming up in a couple of days' time. We need to start maybe considering that, but I don't want to pull the plug on this game just yet. We are still in this, but we haven't really had any opportunities, and it's been quite easy so far for Tottenham, who took the lead through Dele Alli and have just sat back and controlled the game since then, really. Oh, that's a great ball. And it's into Wanyama, and it has counted. There's a little bit of a delay there. I wasn't sure if that had counted or not, but it has. Of course, I don't know why I thought you might have been offside, but it was easy as you like for Wanyama. It's 2-0 to Tottenham here. Just a bit all over the place, really. Look at the space for Wanyama. Nobody tracked his run. It's a very nice finish from him, to be fair. And the 66th minute, Wanyama gets his second of the season. Double Spurs' lead there, and it was pretty much game over here. 2-0 Tottenham. Good play inside. Here's Kenny, good strike, saved by Vorm. Johansson's there. Johansson is able to pull one back. It was a good little bit of play there actually, as he climbs onto the advertising board there. There's a nice little chip through ball. I think that was Kenny. Good control. Actually went for the shot there. Good save by Vorm, but obviously that left the goal completely open. Fortunately, foul to Johansson. Game is back on here a little bit. It's 2-1. Foul by Odoi. He's gone out for a throw-in. Just a tackle, not a foul, sorry. Here's Trippier then. Sissoko with the ball in. Nobody really there. Donnarumma is able to bring that one away. As he throws it out, the referee has blown for full time. So, we suffer a defeat here against Tottenham Hotspur, but it was as expected. You know, Tottenham are a very good team, and they were in there straight from the off. First half lead was taken by Tottenham, and Dele Alli with the man finding the net into the second half, and it was a great run by Sissoko. Poor defending, really. No one tracked his run. Sissoko was able to double the lead into 2-0. We did manage to pull one back. Kenny with an effort that was saved by the goalkeeper. Foul straight to Johansson in the 73rd minute. He was able to tuck home into an empty net to pull it back to 1 deficit, but that was all in the end we could manage. It's finished here. Fulham 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Some of the results coming in then: Arsenal defeat Sunderland 2-1, Everton defeat Burnley 2-1, and West Bromwich Albion defeats Southampton by a goal to 0. Manchester City play Crystal Palace in the late kick-off. That's going to be the end of today's episode. We're going to obviously, of course, jump straight to the table. First of all, though, we will look just before we do that. Let's have a quick look at the fixtures for the cup games coming up next. EFL Cup round 3 on your screens now. We do, of course, pick up Arsenal in the draw. No other major draws there. Liverpool have Watford, Spurs have Carlisle United, Wolves are away to Stoke, an interesting one. Bournemouth and West Ham could be interesting as well. Sheffield and Leicester City, nothing really too interesting going on there. So let's jump into the Premier League table following those two games. Only was able to pick up 1 point today, and that was against Sunderland, and no points, of course, there against Tottenham. So the league currently looking like this. Liverpool are now top, having played 5 games. They have won 4 of those and lost just the 1 on 12 points. The same with West Bromwich Albion there in second place, also on 12 points, just behind Liverpool on goal difference. Spurs climbed to third with that victory over us. Arsenal, Manchester United, Stoke City, Watford are 4 to 7, all on 8 points. West Ham, Swansea 8th and 9th, and we are there rounding off the top 10. It's Burnley, City, Palace, Leicester, Chelsea, Sunderland, Everton, 11 to 17, and currently sat in the playoff places, in the relegation places. I keep saying that. I don't know why I keep saying that, but currently sat in the relegation places are newly promoted Reading in 18th, Southampton in 19th, and newly promoted Aston Villa in 20th with just 1 point on the board so far. But that is going to be the end of today's episode, guys. If you did enjoy, why not drop a like on the video, subscribe as well if you're new around here, and until next time, goodbye.